What's up, guys? How are y'all doing today? I hope you're doing good, and if you're not, join me for a glass of beer. You ready? 1, 2, 3, cheers. Damn, that beer is so delicious. If God ever gave a gift for mankind, this probably has to be it. Anyway, let me take a look at what we're talking about today. What did I jot down in my notes? Oh yeah, here it is. This is why James Wiseman will become a superstar MVP. Is this dude really going to become an MVP? I might have had one too many beers when I came up with this topic. Jokes, guys. These are jokes. 3-ball, corner pocket. I got this one. Trust me. Smash that like button, guys. Subscribe if you're new. And I'd like to personally welcome you back to Hoop Reports, where we have beer, fun, and talk all sorts of basketball. Let's get right down to it. One question that has gone on for a long time in regards to what creates success is the question of nature versus nurture. In a basketball context, nature would be like your physical height, skeletal muscle composition, and your natural talent. Nurture would be your environment, like the players and coaches you're around on a daily basis. We could probably all agree here that both of these are extremely important, and half of you guys would probably vote nature, and the other half would probably vote nurture. Well, the number 2 overall pick in the 2020 draft, James Wiseman, has both of these. Anytime you stand 7 foot tall, can run up and down the court like a grizzly bear, and can throw down dunks like how Zeus throws his thunderbolts, in terms of basketball, you can be sure that you've got the best that nature has to offer. Now comes nurture. James Wiseman is surrounded with the best of the best. I mean, he's around Steph Curry on a daily basis. Steph Curry, 2-time MVP, 3-time champion. Man, if I got to work out with Steph on a daily basis, practice with him on a daily basis, and get tips from him on a daily basis, I'd probably become a 2-time MVP, 3-time champion in my own local rec league. And the commentators in our rec league would probably say I'm like, maybe something like poetry in motion. So James Wiseman has the best of both worlds in terms of nature and nurture. On top of that, he has one thing that trumps both nature and nurture. This 19-year-old kid has the will to win. Your own physical abilities and the people around you count a lot. But if you don't have that inner burning desire to win, you won't. James Wiseman has the desire to be one of the best ever. And it's not just words for him. He backs it up with his work ethic both on and off the floor, and he's a true student of the game. What do I mean exactly by this? Well, the kid does his homework. He studied Shaquille O'Neal's films of when he was an up-and-coming star and was still playing for the Orlando Magic. Believe it or not, Shaq at the time was able to run down the court like a guard, and Wiseman took a page out of that. David Robinson, one of the Twin Towers from the San Antonio Spurs good old days, is another player Wiseman studied. The Admiral was one of the first centers who could shoot, and Wiseman added that to part of his game. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was another center that Wiseman put under the microscope as he studied how Kareem was able to battle the legendary Celtics team in the 80s. The kid does his homework, and the amazing thing is he didn't even need anyone to tell him to do it. That's part of the DNA of students of the game, and it's just another piece of the puzzle and why I believe Wiseman will become a superstar MVP in the league. I also believe that now is a good time for a quick beer commercial. Don't you think? Am I right or am I right? Guys, I have a confession. Basketball is my first love. Beer is my second because it's just so dang good. Beer reminds me of Pringles. Once you pop, you can't stop. Anyway, the current frontrunner for Rookie of the Year is LaMelo Ball, and for good reasons. That dude is just flat out balling and is putting the Hornets on the map. I've been a huge NBA fan for over a decade, and I don't think I've ever been able to watch a Hornets game until this year. I mean, Kemba Walker was a star when he was there, but there's just something about the way Melo plays that makes me want to tune in. But anyway, the point I was actually going to make was, although Melo is the front runner for Rookie of the Year, if Wiseman didn't get that wrist injury, plus just cleans up a few errors he's been committing, this race would be a lot tighter, and just like the 1994-95 season, there may have been 2 co-rookies of the year. And I'm serious when I say that. Wiseman lets like 3 to 5 balls slip out of his hands every game, either on the defensive end or on the offensive end. These errors are contributing to him missing like 3 rebounds per game and probably an extra 6 points. He'd literally be putting up about 18 points and 19 boards if it wasn't for these rookie errors. But hey, life is good, guys, and I ain't about to start complaining about rookie mistakes. The 2014 Rookie of the Year, now teammate of Wiseman, Andrew Wiggins, is having quite an exceptional season with the Dubs. When he was asked his thoughts on Wiseman, he had this to say: "Y'all should drop whatever it is you're doing, subscribe to Hoop Reports, and watch all their videos, because that's what I do every night when I get home. Oh, and grab me a beer while you're at it." After that, he then proceeded to say of Wiseman, he's fast, he gets down the court in 3 steps, he's everywhere, and when he figures it out, he's going to be a problem. He's 19, he's young. No one figures it out that early. It takes time, but he's around a good group of guys, good coaches, good guys who are going to develop him right away. Every year, you're going to see him get better and better until he's unstoppable. Man, Wiggins, I couldn't have said it any better than that. Just for that wisdom, the next round is on me. Now let's take a look at just a few other big men who became superstars in the league. Giannis, the current reigning 2-time MVP, is known for his ability to get to the rim where he ferociously throws down vicious dunks. Wiseman has also shown that he's more than capable of quickly going coast to coast and finishing above the rim. Nikola Jokic is, in my books, the best center in the league today. One area of his game that makes him so great is his ability to knock down shots from the outside. I mean, this season he's shooting above 40% from beyond the arc. Wiseman doesn't quite take the same volume of shots yet, but the kid is also shooting it at over 40% from beyond the arc. Anthony Davis is another current superstar who James Wiseman resembles. You know, just his ability to catch lobs, put the ball on the floor, or just shoot it from mid-range or beyond the arc. And when you're a 7-footer, that just becomes pretty much unstoppable. Davis has been a perennial MVP caliber player for the past few years when healthy, and it's not a stretch at all to say Wiseman could be doing similar things really soon. I don't think I have to do much more convincing about whether the kid has MVP potential, and the next great question is not if, but when will Wiseman develop into his superstar MVP potential? Because the core of Curry, Clay, and Draymond ain't going to be around forever. Well, looking at the other big men, Karl Anthony Towns was averaging about 25 and 12 in his second season. Joel Embiid, in his second playing season in the NBA, started averaging about 23 points and 11 boards. Anthony Davis started putting up 21 and 10 in his second season. So far this season for James Wiseman, in his 20 minutes per game, he's putting up about 12 points and 6 boards. Closer towards the end of the season, I expect him to be putting on about 16 points and 8 boards per game. And then with all the experience he gains from this year, I could see him doing about 20 and 10 next season. Then somewhere down the road, as Curry ages and Wiseman becomes more of a main focal point in the Warriors' offense, the sky is the limit. When this kid does hoist the MVP trophy somewhere down the line, the first thing I'm going to do is smile and say I told you so. The second thing is I'm going to have a beer.